Hello guys, I'm Sammy from HackerBad.net, and today we're going to talk about the legality of cheating. Is it legal to cheat in games, including online games? Will I go to prison for it? Is it okay to run a bot? Is it okay to program a cheat for an online game? And so on. So a lot of people keep asking me this question, and I keep writing about it, but I've never done a video on it, so let's get going. So, cheating is something that has existed for thousands and thousands of years, and people have done it in all kinds of games, and yeah, it's basically been around forever. And while it is not something that people will love you for or, ask you to marry them because you cheated in a game once, because obviously it is frowned upon, it is certainly not illegal. Okay, it is not illegal. It's not against any law anywhere in the world. And this is something we got to keep in mind as well. Law really depends on where you are in the world, and it also depends on how courts interpret the law that is written, which is a great part, especially in more advanced cases when it comes to botting, bot armies and so on, and making money with cheats. But we're gonna get into that later. So most of you will be just asking yourselves, is it legal to cheat just for myself, just so I have a better score and so on? And the answer is definitely yes. Okay, nobody's gonna love you for it, but it's certainly legal. You will not get persecuted by anyone, except obviously there are this thing that you agreed to, which is called the terms of service. It's kind of a contract that you agreed to, and that one, gives the publisher or the developer of the game the right to ban your account for almost any reason, including cheating, and cheating is usually against the terms of service. However, the terms of service is just simply the contract that you have with the game developer. You cannot be persecuted for cheating in their game. They're just gonna delete your account. Okay, so the worst case scenario is you cheat, you get banned, you lose your rights to play the game. Okay, but you're not gonna have any real life consequences with the police in front of your house or SWAT teams raiding your whole building or whatever. That's not gonna happen at all. So to all you guys that are so afraid that bad things are gonna happen to you if you click that cheating program or whatever, that's not gonna happen. That's not how it works. The only way that you might run into trouble with cheating is if you harm people directly and in financial ways through your activity, okay? And that basically means if you are making a business that is based on cheating in a game, for example, running huge armies of bots to farm or leveling up accounts and selling them and all kinds of things, that are kind of in a legal gray zone, that's more dangerous. Especially if you're directly financially competing with the developer of the game. So, for example, let's say you're selling the in game currency because you have bought armies farming it and they're selling it as well. So potentially, if you're offering the currency for a cheaper price, for a better price, you might be unfairly competing with the developer of the game. However, I cannot even guarantee that because that is for the court to decide whether that is actually an unfair competition. All right. There have been a lot of really complicated cases in court where one court, I think in Germany, ruled that World of Warcraft is kind of a kingdom, like a actual kingdom, a domain ruled by Blizzard Entertainment, and that they make the laws in this kingdom, and therefore, if somebody is running bots to sell gold, it falls under the jurisdiction of this particular kingdom, which is World of Warcraft, ruled by the government Blizzard, and so on. It's really complicated, and there is no actual law. Okay, it's just some people in a courtroom, some judges that don't even know what a video game is, trying to interpret something that has no basis in actual law, and it's basically just the judges deciding whether they feel that it's okay or it's not. And so basically, as long as you're not harming the developers and giving them incentive to actually come after you. And that means basically don't run huge bot armies and compete with the developers when it comes to, selling stuff or whatever. That's kind of, it might be illegal. Your court in your country might rule it to be legal, but you know, just I wouldn't go into that kind of gray zone. Well, that's just my recommendation. As long as you're just cheating for your own account, just so you perform better in a game, you don't have to worry about anything. And if you're doing other stuff, if you're going deeper into it, you have to be really careful. Especially if you're in the United States, which is kind of the place where most of these game development companies are, and therefore it's really easy to come after you for literally anything. So, yeah. This is kind of the legal situation around cheating in games. So, my personal recommendation to you is cheat as much as you want, as long as you can lose the account that you're cheating on, because obviously, as I said, it's against the terms of service. Don't harm anyone, be nice to everyone, don't brag, be good, don't try to dominate other people, try to be a social cheater, try to make other people feel good as well, while also getting yourself some more progress with your cheats. But don't be a prick, basically. That's the rule you should go by. So, yeah, it's a really complex issue, especially if you're going into the more advanced stuff, like actually developing cheats and so on. But as long as you're not majorly stepping on anybody's feet, you should be alright. Thanks, guys, for watching. I hope I could help you out with this question, and yeah, see you guys soon.